What's up, guys? It's Poo here. I'm back with another ganking, and you guys probably heard me mention this last video, but I just moved, and at this new location, I can't stream anymore because my internet is just not good enough for me to stream on, and none of the ISPs in this area are able to provide me with service that I can stream on. So I'm just waiting for Elon Musk to come in with that Starlink so I can start streaming again, but before that, it'll be just YouTube only for a while. Which means for my YouTube subs, I will be updating content a lot more frequently than before. Alright, now let's go check out these cool ganks. So I was going to the solo dungeon to look for one of those red shrine buffs, and this guy was just in there and was just waiting at the entrance. And guys, the reason why we say solo dungeons are completely safe net right now is because if you just sit there at the entrance like this guy did, you can inspect the people that are coming in, and if they are wearing the build that you can fight, you're supposed to just leave. You're supposed to just like walk out of the portal and not just sit there and get deleted like this. But anyway, so I killed him and I was waiting for my bubble to come back. You see that shield debuff there on my buff bar? So I was waiting for that to expire so I can go out with a bubble, and that way I don't get ganked. And then wait for it. Just like the good old days, another one comes in. And this guy, he must have thought I was AFK because he had the time to inspect me and he knew what I was running. Right, and I was just standing there though, so he probably thought I was AFK, and he starts hitting me before his skills are even on cooldown. And I wasn't AFK. Don't you just love it when a bunch of blues cluster around the green chest in the open world in red zones? And these guys are all mounted too, so if I actually go kill one, there's no way they can even respond to me. So I do just that, but too bad I didn't really get to loot because a bunch of people started jumping on me. And I didn't inspect them. I don't know if they have a purge or anything, so I play it safe. I kill him, basically just to be a dick, didn't really get anything out of it, and then I run away. Alright, so I was looking for some kills here, and I see a skull pop up like almost right next to me, and it was a faction person. He just killed someone, and I guess it was looting, which is why he didn't mount up when I showed up. So I just one-shotted him real quick. And faction people usually don't go out alone, and sure enough, there's his friend on the left. So I mount up here because I thought there was gonna be more, but I circle around a little bit and it looks like it's just one little crossbow, and he's not running purge, he's not running clerical, so there's like no threat to me. And I saw him dismount there, like probably trying to loot his friend's corpse or something. So I dismount and I sneak back and I one-shot him too off of his horse. Yeah, this guy right here, this Limhurst guy, he's been circling around in the area for like the past 5 minutes. He saw the 2 Guardian guys I killed and he just XD'd me. So I've been ganking for a couple hours at this point, and I was on my way back. I was already flagged down on blue, and I just see this double blade guy killing some poor naked guy. So I brought him to justice, and you can see that naked guy who was actually still there until I killed the guy. So I guess he got to watch his revenge. But too bad for me, I didn't actually get anything out of it because I was already full inventory, and I was sitting here trying to decide what to throw away to pick up more stuff. And these blues just keep showing up to rat me. But oh well, I was already full inventory anyway. So this guy's playing with fire. I was in a solo dungeon looking for one of those red buffs, and I didn't find one, so I just ate out, and this guy's just right there. So I'm just sitting in my bubble and waiting for him to get a little closer. He's just circling around me, and he stopped, and now he's dead. So I guess it was just circling around me and waiting for friends to show up, but nobody showed up until he's already dead. And this guy that showed up after, I'm not sure if they're even partied. Alright, so I normally wouldn't recommend messing around with these faction groups because they can kill you. They usually have a lot of people, and Yeah, if they were properly spread out with guards, you probably die messing around with them. But these guys, I felt like they were pretty noob, so I pushing on them more, they're getting low. And this red guy just comes out of nowhere and starts attacking me. I was like, dude, we have all these blues here, work together and kill all of them. But no, he just had to pick on the one guy that was gonna one-shot delete him. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Alright, again, I don't recommend messing around with faction people, or at least not with faction blobs, but this faction blob was already busy fighting a bunch of reds, and I've been hovering them, kind of scouting it out, and it looks like these reds are already losing because they're outnumbered and random blues keep showing up to police them. So I was gonna help them. I was just sticking around and looking for someone I can one-shot, and I found one right there. This cloth armor bear paws, looking pretty juicy, so I deleted him real quick and wink his loot, and I just yeeted out of there. Now, looking back, I probably could have stayed around for a second burst, but I don't know if the res would have lasted long enough to provide distractions for me, so I just played safe and I got out. This was a perfect red buff cheese. I was coming out of a solo dungeon with a red buff, and I just appeared on this guy's screen so fast that he probably didn't even react. He probably just saw my name and already got hit by the shadow edge. And here's another red buff cheese, and I had the red buff for escape on this one as well. And I did get lucky here because the Baton Bow here, he decided to hit me with an E. If he had just pressed Cleric Robe, he probably would have lived. And his healer actually dismounted long before I landed my W because he saw me coming. And if he had hit a Divine Staff E, he would have saved his teammate there. But he decided to go Holy Beam, and Holy Beam takes time to ramp up, and the first few ticks was not gonna be enough. These guys has been following me around for like 5 minutes at this point, and especially this like Elahor, I think I said that right, Elahor guy, on the armored horse. He was the first one who saw me, and he probably called it out to his buddies, like 8.3 over here, come get him. And he would just hover me this whole time, like even when I dismount, even when his buddies dismount, he would just stay on his horse and watch, and I'm guessing he's just waiting for one of us to die so he can loot. I guess if a bunch of random blues showed up and I get zerged down, he could just like yoink one piece of my gear, and that'll be a couple mil for free for him, right? But joke's on him, I killed his buddy, and I ran away. Next time, maybe help your friend? So I've been messing around with these two for a little bit now at this point, maybe like a couple minutes, but I keep missing my shadow edges on them. So I had to zone out a couple times and juke around until my cooldowns are back. And finally, I get a land one here, so I delete this Baton Bow really quick. And then the Deathgiver guy decided to just melee me. And I was gonna kill him in the same breath, like within the same E, but he lagged and he teleported out of there. And then more blues showed up, so I had to mount and leave. So after a while, I lost the blues and I came back, and the Deathgiver guy was still there. He actually dismounted and tried to fight me, but he ate a Shadow Edge, and that was the end of that. So I found these two guys in the open world. One of them was already dismounted, he was fame farming, and the other guy was just hovering around him. I don't think they were together, because the other guy was faction flagged. And guys, if you're faction flagged, you cannot heal people that are not faction flagged. So I don't know why this healer even dismounted, and he decided to dismount like right next to me, so I just killed them both with 1E. Here I just came out of a dungeon. I was looking for one of those red buffs again, and I didn't find one. I got a blue one. But I came out, and this bear paws guy just dismounted right in front of me. I bet you that he was thinking that whoever that guy on the ox was gonna dismount and help him fight me. But guys, never trust another blue. So I don't really know what happened here, but I catch this guy on the armored horse and I try to delete him, and he actually survived for a while with 2 bars of health. If he had better boost, he would have just gotten away from me. I don't really know how this happened, because sometimes I catch someone on the armored horse and they're wearing cloth armor, they would just die before they become unstunned. And I don't see any kind of defensives on this guy. I don't see like a Murloc cave or anything like that, and he just didn't die. Well, not in one burst at least. This guy was not so lucky. He was already missing some health too, so when I caught him on the stack, he did just get deleted. This guy thought he was safe in a faction outpost, but not from me. Now this was my only death today, and kudos to these guys, I guess. They set it up pretty good. They were coming in from like all different sides of me, and so here I did screw up. You see me walking around there because I was misclicking. If I had just gotten in like 2 more auto attacks, I probably could have killed that Bloodletter before his Cleric Robe, right? And it didn't matter though, because well, you'll see what happens. I hit my boost to get away, and I should be trying to mount up here, but I don't know, that Bloodletter guy was looking so dangerously close, I was afraid I wouldn't have time, so I just decided to stay and try to get my helmet back so I can like one burst all 3 of them. And I almost did. So I have everything up now except for the cave, and the Deathgiver dismounts on me, and I was thinking I should probably go for the Bloodletter, but the Bloodletter saw that and he circled back, so I Shadow Edged to the Claymore instead, and I stunned the Claymore. The healing kept me above the execute range, so I was able to kill both the Bloodletter and the Claymore. And if I had more time, I'm pretty sure I would have killed that Deathgiver too, but holy shit, unlucky, man. This freaking faction blob just came out of nowhere on my escape path, and oh well, that's what happens in the open world, right? This one was a fun little encounter. You see, I got hit there before I got cooldown stuff, so I zoned out, and I was waiting for a bubble so I can go back in. Alright, here we go. So now I'm checking them, and I see it's Baton Bow, Frost, and a Double Blade Staff, right? And none of them had a Purge, and the Frost had a Cleric out. So I knew I shouldn't go for the Frost first, because I can't kill him with a Cleric out, right? So I was going to go for the Double Blade Staff, because that's the one with the most ability to chase. So I'm going to kill him, and then boost, and I'm going to get out of here. And now my cooldowns are back, and I go back to where they were, and they were killing someone else because I saw a skull pop up on the map. So I went back to them, and I don't know where the Baton Bow was at this point, so it was just me 1v1 the Frost. Now, I forgot to press record at the very start of the fight, so I didn't catch the part where I baited the guy's Cleric out already, but I did that, which is why my Demon Cape and my helmet was on cooldown at the very start. But I was holding on to my boost because it wasn't doing much damage to me, so I just held on to my boost and waited until my helmet was off cooldown so I can burst him without Cleric out. And then after he dies, finally the Baton Bow shows up, so I mount back up and I wait for my cooldown, and then I 1v1 the Baton Bow as well. And this Baton Bow was actually doing a really good job of avoiding my skill shot at the beginning. And I was trying to get the ideal burst on him. You know, you press the jacket first and then you stun. That way you get more fast auto attacks in. But you know, when I turn on the jacket, it kind of telegraphs my burst, so he was dodging it pretty good. But with this kind of a gear gap though, I didn't even need my jacket to kill him, and I had my cape coming up too, so that was unfortunate for him. I keep missing the beginnings of these fights, but basically saw this skull pop up and I went to check it out, and there was 2 reds. They just killed a blue. You can see the guy's corpse over there. And I got greedy here. I should have really just looted the first guy I killed, right? Because this Frost didn't really have anything, and then the blues showed up and I couldn't loot. I had to run. Now this one I'm pretty proud of because I'm messing around with what I believe was a blue police group here. I'm not 100% sure. My apologies if I'm calling you blue police and you're not. But this looks like a blue police group because they were all in fight sets, they were not faction flagged, and they all had that little glorious star next to their names. That star of shame, I call it. This is like the weakest way to PvP, right? Like if you're blue policing, you're basically playing it safe, like you want to gank people, but you're too scared to flag it up and go like 5 people versus the whole red zone. So you stay blue, and you basically just blop over the guys that are already outnumbered with your full fight sets. So anyway, I hate these guys, and I decided to mess with them, and I've been just like walking around them, getting them to spread out, and they finally did. This great axe got ahead of the rest of the group, and he dies, and I loot him, and I go yeet! And these guys actually chased me all the way back to Guardian later, so definitely blue policing. This is the full power of the red buff unleashed. Look at me running down this horse, like, where are you going, buddy? Stand still. This is why I hate blue players in red zones. Like, look at all these blue players just standing there not helping. Oh look, he caught someone. Oh look, it's gonna be free loot. Let me just, yoink this guy's loot that I didn't work for. Man, every single one of you that's riding around me right now, I see all of your names. You're all rats. Alright, so I zone in here, and these guys immediately start to stalk me, like they want to gank me. And I can see on the map, there's only 4 of them. I was like, I can take them. So I dismount, and I dare them to dismount on me. And this guy falls for it. He's probably thinking, I'm in blade armor, I can't get one-shotted. And his friends were like all in position to collapse on him. But he was in flat 6 plate armor, so he can get one-shotted. And I just yoink and eat. Oh, maybe that should be the new name of my series, yoink and eat instead of gank and bank. Alright, so I saved the best one for the last, because this was funny. This guy just kept dying and coming back with his one friend, who also kept dying and coming back. He started out on a double-bladed staff, and normally I wouldn't fight this build, because people only run this in a gang group. And this build actually counters you pretty hard because they have stuns to prevent you from killing their friend and a purge to prevent you from escaping. So normally I'm pretty scared of this build, but since there's only 2 of them in this zone, I figured I'd give it a shot. But then I miss my shadow edge, and then my jacket gets purged. I still landed my helmet, and that got him pretty low, but it wasn't enough to one-shot because I didn't have my jacket. So he gets away with assassin jacket, and I couldn't chase him because I can't use my boost to chase. If I use my boost, I'd be silenced and I can't auto attack, so he'll be able to just mount up anyway. But he wasn't done with me, and he kept following me around, and here I was trying to just zoning in and out of this Avalonian portal, trying to find a good opportunity to go on them. Because his friend showed up too. It was like 2 of them together now. So I was trying to go on them while I had a bubble, and then this random guy just came in and with no bubble too, so I got a free kill there. So eventually they both follow me onto the road, and I know he's the one with the double blade staff and the fin-cow, so he's the first one I have to kill, otherwise I will probably die. So I ride ahead and I dismount, and he was impatient. He went in first. I think maybe he was hoping that I didn't have cooldowns or something, but he didn't like fully engage on me. I don't even know what happened there, but he just ate the shadow edge. Like, he dodged so well the first fight, but the second time he just ate it. And his friend was on the curse staff, so couldn't help him either. And after that, he comes right back. Like, it was really fast. It was just like a couple minutes. I mean, we were right outside of Guardian, like in Malak Rivas. And he re-gears and comes right back on a Whispering Bow build. This time he has a Clerical, so he was gonna be hard to kill now, right? He had a Clerical and Frost Shot. And his friend, I did kill his friend on the Curse build as well, but I forgot to record it that time. And his friend came back on a Dagger Pair build. And this time his friend had the fin-cow. Now, I don't know why he just purged me right there, his friend. He saw the animation. But I was holding on to my boots because I didn't want to get that purged, right? So did he use it to purge my jacket? I don't know, but he purged me, I ran away, and now I know what kind of builds they have. I'm gonna circle around and kill his friend first. And this was kind of tough because like the Whispering Bow kept going ahead of his friend to kind of like put damage on me, because you know he's the one with clear cow. So if I opened up on him, I wouldn't be able to like do anything with it. So it was kind of annoying at first, but eventually I did manage to land a Shadow Edge onto his friend, and you know, with this kind of build and this kind of IP, that's all it takes. Land a Shadow Edge and you get the kill, and then you get out. So I tried for a while to kill him through the clear cow, and it was just not happening. Like, he was making it really hard, because the idea, like, if it's 1v1, I can kill a clear cow, but I have to go in first, use my helmet to bait out his helmet, and then my helmet has a shorter cooldown, right? So I have to get another Shadow Edge in within that kind of like 15-second time frame. And the second Shadow Edge that I fired at him, like every single time he would just dodge it or flash out away or something, and like I couldn't land it at the perfect time. So basically every time I tried to kill him, he had clear kill, and I couldn't do it. And his friend just geared up and came right back. And this time, I'm guessing like now he's just throwing cheap stats at me to try to get my A3s and make it worse. This time he came back with a heavy mace. I guess the plan was to like purge my boost with heavy mace or something. But that would only work if you don't get one-shotted. I've got a total of probably somewhere around 50 kills today, but that's all we got time for in one video. And I did die once, so I guess I broke even. Now if everything sells, I think I actually made like a little bit of a profit, but probably not everything's gonna sell. So for now, I'm just breaking even, I guess. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try again, and hopefully tomorrow I actually make a profit. I'm gonna end the video here. Remember to like, subscribe, and you know, comment, notification, all those things. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.